Tonight we're going to help you to develop a realistic nutrition and exercise plan. Let's work together to achieve a higher level of health. Whether you're looking to gain more energy, feel better within yourself, or lose weight, creating a realistic nutrition and exercise plan is the key to creating healthy habits that can last a lifetime. We'll also discuss the benefits of herbs. So stay with us for tonight's DFL Factor Live.
The views expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not represent those of DBS and are not intended to determine decision-making processes. DFL Factor Live is produced by Delia Dolor Media Relations and sponsored by Ladera, Rainforest Hideaway, Inside Out.
Welcome to DFL Factor Live. I'm Delia Dolor. Many of us are relaxing now, but we do know that we could feel better and that we should exercise, but we don't. Some of us rely on herbs and teas, but without a proper balanced diet and exercise that only we can do for ourselves, we remain in our unhealthy states. My guest tonight can help you map out your daily schedule and look for places in that schedule that would allow for a regular fitness exercise program and help you to better understand nutrition. We'll also discuss the importance of knowing your herbs and what they can and can't do for you. So I'd like to welcome tonight, we have a repeat guest, Mary Rose Pascal and Dr. Gilbertha St. Rose. Welcome, ladies, to the set.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for
having me.
Great.
Again.
Well, Mary, I know that last week we went through a lot of exercises and you're going to be showing us a few again tonight. But I am interested to find out if you are as eager as I am to hear what the doctor has to say.
Oh. You know, I can't wait for it to start because I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know a lot of St. Lucians, we love herbs and spices and we love to do our own thing. But a lot of us don't actually understand the true values.
Right.
Or we do understand some of them, or we know some of them because they were inherited from what our grandparents told us and so on. But there are new things coming up now, and it's really nice to be informed. So, Dr. St. Rose, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Yes, my pleasure, you know, Delia, and I'm happy to be here. Happy for the opportunity to you know, talk to our people about the goodness of our herbs. And in particular, I'm passionate about our Caribbean herbs, because here in the Caribbean, we've got it all. We've done a lot of research on what we have, and, you know, there are some we're still researching, but, you know, we have the equivalent of what they have in India, what they have in China, what they have, you know, the temperate herbs as well.
Well, you know, a little bird told me, Dr. St. Rose, that you understood all of this way, way, way before a lot of people in St. Lucia. You understood the importance of herbs, the ways that it would help our bodies, the values, many years before a lot of the practitioners here kind of realized the importance. Now, would they be right in saying that to me?
Well, to some extent. Some people will say, Delia, that they learned herbs from their grandparents. But with me, well, I just had a tendency towards science, and I did medicine, and having graduated, talking with my patients and realizing the problems they've had, and they sharing with me. My patients tend to be very open with me. We have a good rapport. And they were telling me about herbs that they're using. And I realized this is something I need to know about to be able to educate them and direct them and guide them properly.
Okay, and I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. But I know you watched last week's show, and I'm sure that there were certain things perhaps that, I wouldn't say you questioned, but things that, can you perhaps tell us maybe something that Mary said that you thought, yes, that makes sense to me, or no, I wouldn't go do it that way?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What Mary was saying, fantastic, because exercise is essential. And whether, you know, you're just sitting or incapacitated, cannot walk, you had a fracture, or you're old, you're able to do some form of exercise. And exercise is very important to help the whole circulation, the nervous system, de-stressing, and just better functioning of the body.
Have you ever met with anyone who said to you that they're either too old to exercise or too tired to exercise?
Well, they say too tired. But you know, Delia, if you don't exercise, you get tired. And then if you exercise, that's a way of revitalizing.
Well, I said earlier that we were going to help our viewers to look at their day and to schedule how they can find time to lead a healthier lifestyle. So it's a combination of doing exercise, knowing the right things to drink or to take, and fitting in the time to do those things. Now, a lot of people say, or the textbooks would say, it's best to exercise in the morning, but I think that we're all different, and it all depends on our lifestyle and our career paths, and whether we are, you know, mothers who are with young children. I think it changes, and I don't think that a textbook can tell us when is perhaps the right time, unless it's referring to the body itself, maybe the body temperatures, or maybe exercise. If you do it in the morning, you'll lose your weight faster. I don't know. Ladies, what are your thoughts in terms of when is the best time, would you say, Mary, to exercise?
Yeah, me personally, I find that I am more, I tend to do my exercise in the evening. Me personally, if I'm not doing a class in the daytime, I find that's when I get time to fit my own exercise planning. You know, like you said, a lot of people find it easier or better in the morning. I don't think there is really a right time.
I've tried the morning.
Yeah, I don't think there's
I get
really
tired. I wake up feeling really fresh and whatever, and I go on the scale, and if I've gone down, I'm really, really happy, so I do this vigorous exercise, and then I have my shower and I start to unwind, and I get tired, and I start panicking because I'm thinking I'm going to be late for my first appointment, because even though I may wake up at 5:30, and the time you exercise and then you do everything, you're looking at 7 o'clock and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to hurry now to get ready to go to the office. So it just doesn't work for me. You know, but in the evening, I've had to overcome the coming home in the evening feeling physically and mentally, more mentally tired, and you think, oh gosh, now I've got to go and work out. But I find that when I start doing it, I forget about feeling tired. I'm more into, in the morning, I want to get on that scale, you know, and lose that weight, you know?
Yeah, I find, me personally, when I was training, when I was doing all my training, I find, especially if you've had a hard day at work from 9 to 5 and you've had a stressful, tiring day, I always find that by doing my exercise in the evening, it will re-energize me and my stress, and I would sleep better. That's why I would say exercise always worked better for me in the evening, because I've got all my chores out of the way, all my stress, all that stress, taking up breathing and everything else. I find that the evening is a lot better for me. But as I said,
do you exercise?
Well, yes, I do, and probably not enough. And I was going to make the point that, you know, one has to see what works best for them.
Yeah.
And in terms of, you know, stress alleviation, after a hard day's work, evening time, you know, is the best time to exercise, to de-stress. Like you said, take your mind off of it and get revitalized for sleep for the next day. But you see, Delia, exercise is something we need to look at throughout the day. Like we talk about getting up in the morning, take the deep breathing. During the day, it just takes 2 minutes, do some deep breathing. Sitting at your desk, you can get up and do a stretch. You know, little things throughout the day make a big difference, rather than, you know, trying to concentrate it all in the hour at, you know, either morning or evening, which, you know, sometimes the schedule doesn't allow. But I think we need to make the habit of having movement throughout the day.
Well, can we take herbs to make us feel more vibrant, so that will encourage us to
Yes, of course, you know, the herbs can energize and, you know, but you need to help the circulation and the muscles. Yeah, things like the moringa. Nowadays, everybody taking moringa and they find it energizes them. But, you know, nothing to replace exercising, which is helping the physical, you know, the muscles, the circulation, the nerves, the lymphatics, and helping release that adrenaline. Because what causes all the stress symptoms is the adrenaline that is produced with stress actions throughout the day, just circulating in the body and nowhere to be dissipated. Exercise is a good way of dissipating it. Dancercise, like the dancercise.
You know, as you said, stress, it brought back what we were talking about in the last show, and Mary and I touched on it briefly, and we were talking about having stress and maybe taking things for the stress. Because if you can exercise as much as you want, but sometimes the stress is there, and it's just not going away with some of the exercises. And I've been told that certain herbs can help that, and I would like us to talk a little about that when we come back from the break. Great, so you know that you're watching The Law Factor Live. You know that you need to stay here because we are going to show you some of the things that you can take, not just the exercises, but some of the herbs that you can take to help you to have a more healthier lifestyle. So don't go away.